Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. My name is Vineet Malhotra. A minor girl was allegedly sexually assaulted and murdered in northeast Delhi's Dalepur on the 7th of June. Police received a PCR call at 8:41 p.m. regarding the incident near Nehru Vihar. Upon arrival, they found that the girl's father had already taken her to the hospital where she was declared dead. The attending doctors observed visible injuries on her face suggesting sexual assault. A case has been registered and crime and FSL team inspected the spot. Multiple teams have been deployed to collect clues and apprehend the accused. As per the information shared by the victim's family to NewsX, the victim had left the house to deliver at 7:25 p.m. On her way, accused Noshad deceived her to unlock the door to his apartment. She was an innocent child. The victim helped him unlock the door. Later, the victim's neighbors alerted the victim's family, urging them to break into Noshad's flat. Her body was found chopped inside a suitcase. By the time the family rushed her to the hospital, she was no more. The accused Noshad, who is reportedly a biryani seller, is absconding now. Investigation in the case is underway and efforts are on to nab the accused. The police has registered a case in the police station under section 103, 66, 133, 2 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita along with section 6 of the POSCO Act. We'll talk about this and try and make sense of this madness, if I can call it that. Brinda Adike, activist, is joining us on the show. Tahira Hassan, activist, also with us on the program. Mr. Sanjay Sahai, former IPS, with us on the program. Dr. Aarti Bansal, senior physician, Indian Medical Association, also with us on the program. Last but not the least, Mr. Ellen Rao, former DCP, Special Cell, Delhi Police. Thank you everyone for being a part of this conversation. Brindaji, I'll begin with you. You know, the one thing that came to my mind is obviously the heinousness of this crime, and secondly, it also brought back those terrible images from 2012, which reminded us of Nirbhaya. But the difference over here is that this is a child and not an adult, and this kind of a violation and this kind of you know, a dastardly act leaves all of us speechless. You know, it also leaves us with this heavy heart that nothing has changed, Brindaji, in the last decade or so. You know, there was such a large hue and cry about what happened to Nirbhaya. The system was supposed to transform itself. You know, the punishments that happened thereafter were supposed to drive fear in the minds of these rapists and these murderers. But it seems we have failed, Brindaji.
Horrendous crime, an atrocious crime, and we, not only as the system but as a society and a nation, have failed this child. And why is that? That is because we might have progressive laws, we might even have very, very progressive functionaries, but they are far apart. Not in a single case have we found certainty of punishment or swift punishment. We are seeing the cases getting dragged on and on. Some people say that culprits, rapists murder their victims so that there would be no proof. So then the question is, what is our police and forensic department doing? Is it so a case without that victim's testimony? Is it so difficult to put together all evidence and prove it to the court? And if so, why is it that courts are not being able to give that due punishment to the rapists and the murderers? Because we are talking about, a group of us say that we shouldn't have the death penalty. Of course, there is no solitary confinement in our country. But where is the fear of law instilled? Because there is no convergence between the police, the prosecution, and the judiciary. And there is no education being extended. We talk so much about Swachh Bharat and a lot of other things. Where are we talking about no violence on children? Sexual violence is a crime. You will be punished severely. You will be punished immediately. Action will be taken on you. Blatant impunity is something that we see everywhere. And children are children. Somebody lures them with something sweet or chocolate or fruit, they would go. Where are we teaching our children not to trust anybody, not just strangers, not to trust and go into anybody's house or go with anybody? because we are also a very prudish society and community. We don't like to teach our children how to keep themselves safe or to call out when these things happen. A life is gone, and how brutally that man has treated this child. You mentioned that she was chopped, and when they took her to the hospital, she was already dead. Can you imagine the pain and the trauma that she would have gone through, not only of the rape, but also of the physical assault that this rapist has inflicted on her? All of this puts all of us to shame. All of us must hang our heads in shame that we are still not able to protect our children, and rapists go free because there are loopholes that judges, defense lawyers, prosecutors, in the police also keep adding and inserting and saying, oh, because of that, because of this. So it is time that our state agencies buck up, because it is their responsibility to prove that case, whichever way it might be. And it is not necessary that a rapist thinks that when the victim is killed, there will be no action taken against him.
You're absolutely right, ma'am. Mr. Sahai, in the West, especially in the United States, if somebody is accused or charged